You talk a lot in your book. I think you dedicate at least 2 chapters to the trust and
Yes.
how trust and respect are kind of go hand in hand. So
Yes.
get into trust. Get into why trust is such a keystone in a people forward business. What is trust?
Trust is everything.
Mm.
In life, trust is everything. You cannot have a relationship unless you have trust.
So how do you
Right?
get it?
So I always believe in giving trust before you get trust.
Mm-hmm.
You give love before you get love. And so that means somebody that you make an acquaintance. You don't all of a sudden, because you meet somebody, you don't immediately distrust them. And that's a pretty dark way to live life. And so you give trust. Hey, this is a nice person. I'd like to get to know more about this person. Now, maybe over time you find out that this person likes to shoplift. You go with him and you go to a drugstore and all you see him put something in his pocket. Well, all of all of a sudden, do you trust that person anymore? No. All of a sudden, you see how they act, and that's the same way at work. You build relationships at work, people you work with. So you always give trust. You always trust them first until they prove they're unworthy of trust. And people think that, well, people should trust you before you trust them. No, it's not that way. It's the other way. And so, but trust makes the world go round. Right? Do you have a significant other? Are you married or anything?
Nah, who's got time for that?
Okay, you don't have to. You have friends.
I do have plenty of friends, yes.
Yeah, do you trust them?
I like to think I do.
Okay, so you can't have a good relationship without trust.
Mm.
If you're married, how can if your significant other is fooling around on the side, can you have trust in that person?
Nope.
Okay, and that you can't trust them. How can you have a relationship?
No,
it doesn't work. And that's the same way in business. If the people you're serving, those people the human beings we call customers, don't trust you, how can you have a relationship with them?
Well, how do you?
And so when you break trust, right? When you break trust with a customer, they may come back to you once or twice more, but they'll find another place to go.
What's the most common way you break trust with a customer?
Is how you treat them by not respecting them. You break trust when you don't treat them with respect and dignity when they come through that door, and not paying attention to them, not listening to them, not only listening to them with your ears, but listening to them with your eyes.
What is that like, listening to it with your eyes?
It's just paying attention to how they're focused. Where are their eyes? What's their face look like? Smile on their face, frown on their face, tension in their face, non-tension, relaxed face, and being responsive to that.
So one of the things you mentioned in your book, and you might have mentioned it, and if you did, I apologize for missing it, is that you build trust with good communication. And this is something that we would spend a lot of time talking about today. Into that. So give us a lesson on good communication and how good communication builds trust.
Well, communication is everything, right? Let's say that you're married and you've been together a long time. The only way to have a long-term relationship is if you have really good communication. If you listen to each other, if you talk with each other, if you save up all your stuff, oh, God damn it, he left those damn socks on the floor again. Oh, that damn toilet seat. If he leaves that and pees on that toilet rim one more time, I'm going to kill him. If he comes home late every night, he says he's going to be home by 6 o'clock, right? You're going to have, if you wait until all those things build up and then you go, boom, you asshole, why am I married to you? Right? That's not good communication, right?
Yeah.
Good communication is conversing all the time. Good things, bad things, whatever it happens to be. That's the same thing in the workplace. And so, in order to have trust, you have to have good communications. So you have to be talking to each other with love in your heart, always thinking the positive about intentions of the other people as best as you can. And when you do that, then you build trust.
So good communication is about constant communication.
Yeah, it's constant.
Not waiting for things to build up and then to say something, but in the moment.
If you enjoyed this video, please help us out. You can do it by liking, sharing, subscribing, and hitting that bell icon. It really helps out. And don't forget, there's a complete archive of every episode with show notes at restaurantunstoppable.com.